Okay, welcome back everyone. This is my first Pando's eyeshadows update. Yeah, I'm very excited to share with you my progress and spoiler, roll in new shades in replacement of the ones I hit pan on. So I guess let's get into it. Oh, and I almost forgot, so for those who are new here and you don't know what Pando's eyeshadows is, this is basically a panning project that was created by Alexi. I'm gonna link her channel down below. And the goal of this project is to pan eyeshadows. So you select randomly. But I mean, everyone does it differently, but how I do it is I randomly select eyeshadows from my whole collection, and my goal is to hit pan on them. And I don't really have any like usage goals or like some specific number after which I can allow myself to roll out shades, because I don't know, I prefer to hit pan on them. And my goal for the year is to hit 25 pans, or I mean, yeah, hit 25 pans in my collection so that I have 50 pans in my collection. Okay, so here's what my color story looked like for this, for the last month, I guess. So yeah, pretty cute, if I say so myself. Yeah, I'm gonna just go through the shades in the order that I swatched them. Yeah. Okay, so the first shade you see here is Feathers from Ogden's Eye and Fancy Face Hummingbird palette. I used this shade 14 times, and as you can see, hopefully, I've hit pan. It was a nice shade. I like how bright it is, but it's just, maybe I'm just very like spoiled from all the like super sparkly eyeshadows, especially that Autumn's Eye has. Like in this palette, that would be like this one, this one, this one, and this one, and this one. That this shadow, it's just like, if I use bright shadows like that, shimmers specifically, I want them to be like very sparkly, because like if I'm going to wear colors, I might as well like go all the way out. So yeah, but yeah, I'm happy that I got to use this shadow and that I'm rolling it out. So yeah, let's move on to the next shade. Okay, so the next shade you see here is this mustardy yellow, which is Citrine from ColourPop So Jaded palette. I used this shadow 4 times. I used it today as well in my crease. I don't know if you can see it, but yeah. So here's what Citrine looks like. Well, as you would expect, doesn't really look that crazy used. Yeah, it's a nice shade. It's pretty powdery, but it's also very pigmented, so you don't need like a whole ton of it. So yeah, for use this isn't great, but I was just focusing on the other shades in this month, so this one was kind of put on the back burner, but hopefully this upcoming month I get to use it a little more. Okay, so shade number 3 here is this like pinky brown mid-tone, not even mid-tone, like light shade, which is Vibes from BH Flower Power palette, and I used this shadow 17 times, and I've hit pan too. I hope you can see it. It's not that big of a pan, but it's there, I promise. I'm not a big fan of warm browns, to be quite honest. But yeah, I powered through it. I even used this color as a blush a couple of times, it looked pretty cute, but it's really hard to get it product out of this teeny tiny pan. But yeah, also the last few times I used it, I mixed it in with a gray shadow to make it more like a taupe, and that was nice. I kind of regret that I didn't do it earlier, but yeah. So very happy to get this little palette out of project. Okay, so second to last shade is Aroma from Juvia's Place Dry Palette, and I used this shadow 6 times. Here's what it looks like. I don't know if you can see it. As I said, I will have better pictures in the end, but there's like a tiniest dip in it. Yeah, I haven't hit pan on Juvia's Place shadows before. Maybe you can see, but there's like, I tried to hit pan in this shadow, but I rolled it in 2 years ago, like the very end of the year, so I didn't get to hit pan on it, but yeah. It's a matte orange. I kind of grow to like it more because it's like a very yellow toned orange, and something about it is very nice. So yeah, I'm glad I rolled in this shade in this project, because otherwise I would have just not used it much because it's an orange, and to me orange is just like a warm neutral, and as I mentioned before, I'm not a big fan of warm neutrals, so yeah. Okay, so the next shadow, the last shadow really, is Mad Johnson from Me Menu palette by The Balm. I used this shadow 7 times. Here's what it looks like. So no pan. I knew I won't be able, so I hit pan in these 2 shades, as you can see, and I think this one took me like 16 uses or something, so I knew I won't be able to hit pan in this shadow like quick, so I just also didn't use it much. 7 times isn't bad, right? So yeah, I wasn't really focusing on it as much. I used it as an actual like eyeshadow maybe 2 times, and the other few times I used it as a brow color when I just dyed my hair black. Oh, not really black, but like a very deep gray, so that was nice. I don't know if you can see, but there's also like a teeny tiny dip in it, mostly from like the little liner brush I use for my brows. But yeah, so this shade is staying, but I guess we can roll in 2 new colors in replacement for these 2 palettes, which I'm very excited about. So let's do it. Okay, so I'm gonna use the pre-random app. I set my minimum at 1 and maximum at 1178. My numbers kind of went up because I realized I haven't added one of my eyeshadows into spreadsheet, so yeah. So yeah, let's randomize our 2 new colors. So the first number is going to be 263, okay, and the next one will be 868. So let me see what those are, and I'll come back to you and share it with you. I'm back and ready to share with you the new colors. So I'm both excited and not really. But yeah, anyway. So the shade number 263 comes from Bailey Sarian and Estate Venice Fling palette. And it is the shade called Rosa 2, which is this like orangey, I guess, red. And I'm very happy about this one because I really like red eyeshadow. Yeah, that would be really fun. I've never hit pan Estate shadow, so I have no idea how that's gonna go, but they seem pretty similar to Juvia's Place shadows, so yeah, I'm hopeful, maybe. Anyway, so, and the next shadow, which I'm not as excited about, it was under number 868, and it comes from my Divinity, it says Strobe, but it is now Strobe Cosmetics palette, and it is the shade, I hope I'm pronouncing it right, it's called Mrati, which is another light, warmish neutral. Yay! So yeah, we pretty much replaced that vibe shade with another one that's pretty much exactly like it. Yeah. So I'm gonna swatch out my new color story and come back and show it to you. Yeah. So, hi, I'm back. If the things look a little different, that's because I had to take a little bit of a break. But anyway, here is my new color story. Very warm. Also very matte, so I have no idea how this month is going to go. Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully I'll be able to hit pan on any of these shades. But I mean, an advantage of it being so warm is that it's also very cohesive, so I can use a lot of these shades in conjunction with each other. So it's not all that bad, right? But yeah, let me just tell you again what each of these shades are. So this one on top is Citrine from So Jaded, Colourpop, and Kathleen Li's palette. The one right below it is Aroma from Juvia's Place Tribe. Then we have Matt Johnson, right? Yeah. Matt Johnson from Me Menu palette by The Balm. Then the red one here is Rose Tattoo from Estate Bailey Sarian Venice Fling palette. And the last shade here is Rati from Divinity Shroud palette. So yeah, that's all we have here. Yeah, I think this is it for this update. I'll obviously have the next update in a month, and hopefully I'll have some pans to share with you. But other than that, thank you so much for watching. I hope you're doing great. Take care.